meeting. This meeting is being streamed online via the CAAP YouTube account. Please acknowledge once your name is called. Our chairperson, Captain Donaldo Mendoza, Attorney Roberto Martin Benaventura, our presiding officer,
Present.
General Ernesto Milo, Engineer Gary MJD. Sir, he is online. Engineer Arnel Borlado, Miss Jocelyn Ching.
Present.
From our end user, from the ADMS, ATS, HRMD, from the Licensing Department, AFS, and BCMG. For the BAC Technical Working Group, our head, Irish Presion, our members, Attorney Janbo Masiglat, Attorney Nestor Mendoza, Engineer Florian Atienza, Engineer Norik Baez,
Present.
Mr. Jose Marie Ilihio, Mr. Alfred Destura, Ms. Jamaica Gregorio, Dr. Benjamin Terencio, and Ms. Cheryl Belican. For the BAC Secretariat, our overall head, Dr. Rolly Bayaban, Irish Presion, Engineer Sonny Villabert, Ms. Melina Reyes, Mr. Thomas Duke Santos, our minutes taker for today's meeting, Ms. Eloisa Casimiro. Also in attendance, sir, are the other members of the BAC Secretariat, as well as our observers from the COA, IAS, ASFI, and PCCI. That's all for the roll call, sir.
I think it's in Irish. Considering this already a quorum, let's proceed with the agenda items. The first one being the submission and opening of bids for survey services for extension and expansion of Baler Airport. Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Alright, who will be presenting this? Meron bang submissions dito?
Yes, sir. We have one bidder who is previously shortlisted for this project, sir. Luis L. Noble of Noble Serving Officer.
Okay.
Permission to proceed with the
Proceed, please.
opening. Sir.
Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. May we request if we have, sir, permission to allow our representative to be present here at the conference room, sir. Sir, please introduce yourself and the company that you represent.
Good afternoon to everybody. I am Engineer Michael King R. Noble, the representative of El Noble Surveying Office from Santiago City po. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, for confirmation, is this the bid bid proposal that you submitted?
Yes po, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Permission to proceed, sir.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Inside the main envelope submitted by Noble Serving Services are two other envelopes, one original technical proposal and original financial proposal. Permission to proceed with the opening of the technical proposal, sir.
Go ahead. Can we dispense with the constant asking for permission? Just proceed, please.
Copy, sir. Inside the original technical proposal is one folder for the technical documents. For the procurement of survey services for the extension and expansion of Baler Airport by Noble Surveying Office. The submission has tabbings, sequentially paginated, and has initials in each and every page. Checklist, please.
Checklist for technical component. Original of duly signed and accomplished eligibility document submission form.
Technical proposal submission form signed last March 19, 2022, submitted.
Valid field job registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages. Or registration certificate from SEC, DTI for sole proprietorship, or CDA for cooperatives or its equivalent document.
Mr. Chair, I would like to confer with the BAC Secretariat first, sir. Can you give us a minute, sir? Just to confer with the checklist, sir. Please proceed with the checklist, please.
Original duly signed and accomplished technical proposal submission form.
Technical proposal submission form signed by Luis L. Noble, executed last March 19, 2022, submitted.
Consultants' references.
Consultants' references of relevant services carried out in the last 5 years that best illustrate qualification, signed by Luis L. Noble, submitted.
Comments and suggestions of consultant on the terms of reference and on data, services, and facilities to be provided by the procuring entity.
TPF3, comments and suggestions of consultant on the terms of reference and on data, services, and facilities to be provided by the procuring entity, submitted.
Description of the methodology and work plan for performing the project.
TP Form 4, description of the methodology and work plan for performing the project, submitted.
Team composition and task.
Team composition and task with the consultant's organizational. Team composition and task, submitted.
Format of curriculum vitae for proposed professional staff.
Format of curriculum vitae for the proposed professional staff, submitted.
Time schedule for professional personnel.
Time schedule for professional personnel, submitted.
Activity or work schedule.
Activity or work schedule, signed, submitted.
Original copy of bid security in the form of surety bond. Submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration.
Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed and notarized, submitted.
Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement and, if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder.
Omnibus sworn statement, signed by Luis L. Noble, notarized, submitted.
Certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements as prescribed under the 2016 IRR of RA 9184.
Affidavit executed by Luis L. Noble stating that they have no pending case against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements, signed and notarized, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP ELS with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against this authority.
Legal clearance issued by Attorney Roberto Martin Benaventura, OIC, Enforcement and Legal Service, issued last March 19, 2022, valid until August 19, 2022, submitted.
Bid bulletins, if any.
Not applicable.
That's all for the technical component checklist.
With that, Mr. Chair, considering that the submission of L. Noble Surveying Office is complete, the bid proposal submitted by L. Noble Surveying Office is initially rated as passed. Considering that we only have one shortlisted bidder, please proceed with the checklist, with the financial component. The financial proposal of L. Noble Surveying Office has caption, is sequentially paginated, and has initials on each and every page. Checklist, please.
Summary of cost.
Summary of cost, submitted.
Breakdown of price per activity.
Breakdown of price per activity, submitted.
Breakdown of remuneration per activity.
Breakdown of remuneration per activity, submitted.
Reimbursables per activity.
Reimbursables per activity, submitted.
Miscellaneous expenses.
Miscellaneous expenses, submitted.
Bill of materials and cost estimates.
Bill of quantities and cost estimates, submitted.
original of duly signed and accomplished financial proposal submission form,
the financial proposal of El Noble Surveying Services is 1,974,210 pesos. It's 1,974,210 pesos, exclusive of local taxes, which they estimated at 1,880,200 pesos. Sir, may we confirm, sir? Um, the representative of El Noble Serving Services. Sir, may we confirm if your bid is 1,974,210 pesos, exclusive of local taxes, which you have estimated at 1,880,200 pesos?
Ma'am, good afternoon. Our bid is 1,974,210, and the other, the next sentence is, we have deducted the, as per BOQ, 5% lang po yung nailagay na VAT. So sinundan lang po namin yung BOQ po na nakapublish po.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
The financial submission of El Noble Surveying Office is 1,974,210 pesos, inclusive of tax. 1,974,210 pesos. With that, Mr. Chair, considering that El Noble Surveying Office has submitted all the required documents, sir, and is eligible for the post-qualification, sir, the BAC TWG recommends for the for the bid submission of El Noble Surveying Officer to undergo bid evaluation for consideration of the committee.
Sino kung mag-i-start dito sa pangalawa? Sa checklist ng pangalawa, dun sa Airspace.
Mr. Chair, considering that El Noble Surveying Office has submitted all the eligibility requirements, the submission of El Noble Surveying Office, together with the bid proposal in the amount of 1,974,210 pesos, which is within the ABC, sir, is rated as passed. With that, Mr. Chair, the TWG recommends that the submission of El Noble Surveying Officer to undergo bid evaluation to determine the the completeness and arithmetical computation of the submitted bid proposal for the consideration of the committee.
Thank you, Attorney Irish. There being already a finding from the opening of bids, the recommendation is here now for the conduct of bid evaluation for the bids that were deemed or considered passed in the pass or fail criteria of the opening of bids. In this case, this is, can we zoom in, please? El Noble, tama?
Yes, sir. El Noble Surveying
El
Office.
Noble Surveying Office. The recommendations for the conduct of bid evaluation. Do you have any comments from the members? If there's none, let's have a motion, please.
Through the chair,
Yes po, ma'am.
I move to adopt the recommendation of BAC TWG for the detailed evaluation of the bid proposal submitted by Luis L. Noble or El Noble Surveying Office for the project survey services for the extension and expansion of Baler Airport. Thank you.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. There being a motion duly seconded, the recommendation is hereby adopted, and the motion is carried for the conduct of the bid evaluation. All right, let's move on to the next item in the agenda.
Sir, the next item is the procurement of manpower outsourcing contract for provision of technical and non-technical personnel support service requirements and non-tech in CAAP Central Office and area centers nationwide under a 3-year service agreement in the amount of 1,389,295,115 pesos and 0.04 centavos. This is an HRMD project, sir.
All right, do you have submitted bid for this?
Through the chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. This Joyce Ching, sir. Sir, may I manifest to inhibit myself due to the position letter submitted to the Office of the Director General, sir.
Okay, ma'am. With the request for inhibition, Attorney Irish, may quorum pa rin ba?
Yes, sir. We still have you, Mr. Gary JD. We also have Sir Arnel and our end user as well as Captain Don, sir. He's also in the meeting.
Alright, sige. Sige, ma'am, Ma'am Joyce.
Thank you, sir.
I don't think there's any objection on that end. Thank you. Let's proceed, please, Attorney Irish.
Sir, we only have one submission for this project, sir, from LServe Corporation, formerly LBP Service Corporation. We also have representatives here present and online, sir, for LServe Corporation. May we request our representative online to introduce yourself and the company that you represent, please?
Hi, my name is Joseph Angeles. I'm with the Elserv Corporation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Please have a seat. Sir, ma'am, good afternoon. For the record, please introduce yourself and the company that you represent.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm Jun Canlas, representing Elserv Corporation. Together with me is Ms. Dexy Calabara and Albert Tangalan from Elserv.
Thank you, sir. Sir,
And I think our president is attending via online, Mr. Joseph
Yeah,
Angeles.
yes, sure. Yeah,
thank
yes.
you, sir. Sir, for confirmation, is this the bid proposal that you submitted?
Yes, we confirm.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chair, permission to proceed with the opening, sir.
Go ahead, Attorney Irish.
Inside the main envelope submitted by LServe Corporation are two other envelopes, the original technical component and the original financial component. The original component has the necessary caption. Inside the original technical component is a folder. The submitted bid proposal of LServe Corporation has tabbies, sequentially paginated in each and every page, and has initials. Checklist, please.
Checklist for technical component, valid field jobs registration certificate, platinum no membership, all pages, or registration certificate from SEC DTI for sole proprietorship, or CDA for cooperatives or its equivalent document.
Certificate of PhilJEPS registration and platinum membership issued to LServe Corporation, formerly LBP Service Corporation, issued last December 10, 2021, valid until December 24, 2022, submitted.
Mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas.
Mayor's permit issued by the City of Makati, issued last January 5, 2022, with an expiration date of December 31, 2022, submitted.
tax clearance per Executive Order Number 398 Series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue.
Tax clearance issued last August 23, 2021 with an expiration date of August 23, 2022, submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid.
Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts within 10 years from the submission of bids, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Signed. Submitted.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided for in Section 23.4.1.3 and 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA number 9184 within the relevant period as provided in the bidding documents.
Statement of single largest completed contract, similar to the contract to be bid, issued by Mr. Joseph Angeles, President of LServe Corporation, issued last March 21, 2022, with Certificate of Accomplishment, submitted.
Registration of agency or contractor with the Department of Labor and Employment.
Certificate of Registration with the Department of Labor and Employment, issued last February 7, 2022, valid until February 6, 2024, submitted.
Original copy of bid security, if in the form of surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission. Original copy of notarized bid securing declaration.
Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed and notarized, submitted.
Schedule of requirements. Schedule of requirements po.
Mr. Chair, we would like to ask for a few minutes, Mr. Chair. We will just confer with our bid documents, sir.
Schedule of requirements po, attorney. CAAP BAC SF Annex B Form 2.
To the representative of LServe Corporation, sir, maybe confirm, sir, if your company submitted
Schedule of requirements.
the schedule of requirements, sir.
Yes, we submitted, together with this affidavit, the schedule of compliance on technical specification. The following pages, that's the schedule of requirement, and it follows with the technical specifications.
Thank you, sir. Schedule of requirements, signed by Mr. Joseph Angeles of LServe Corporation. Signed, submitted.
Conformity with the technical specifications, which may include production or delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or after sales or parts if applicable.
Affidavit of compliance with the technical specification, signed by Mr. Joseph Angeles. Notarized, submitted.
Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement and if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture.
Omnibus sworn statement, signed by Mr. Joseph Angeles. Notarized, submitted.
Certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government.
Certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government, signed by Mr. Joseph Angeles. Notarized, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with
Legal-
respect to
Legal
the-
clearance issued by Attorney Roberto Martin Benaventura, OIC ELS, issued last February 7, 2022, valid until July 2, 2022, submitted.
Bid Bulletin Number 1 dated March 8, 2022.
Bid Bulletin Number 1 dated March 8, 2022, submitted.
That's all for the checklist of technical component.
Considering, yes, sir?
Yeah, I'd just like to manifest that together with the affidavit, we submitted likewise a technical specification with our comply written word on the succeeding page after the schedule of requirement, just for the record.
Yes, sir. That is very well noted, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, considering that LServe Corporation, formerly LBP Corporation, has submitted all the eligibility requirements, sir, the submission of LServe Corporation is initially rated as passed. Proceeding with the opening of the financial document, sir. Inside the original financial component submitted by LServe Corporation is a folder for the procurement of manpower outsourcing contract. The submission has tabbings, sequentially paginated and has initials in each and every page. Checklist, please.
Checklist for financial documents. The supplier's audited financial statements showing, among others, the supplier's total and current assets and liabilities, stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission.
Checklist, please.
The supplier's audited financial statements showing, among others, the supplier's total and current assets and liabilities, stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission.
For the record, Mr. Chair, these are still part of the technical components, sir. We apologize that we jump into the financial components, sir. For the record, we apologize, sir.
Audited financial statement.
Audited financial statement of LServe Corporation. Submitted to electronic filing. Date of submission, May 4, 2021. Submitted.
The prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation.
NFCC of Land Bank Corporation, executed by Mr. Joseph Angeles. NFCC of Land Bank in the amount of 19,481,161,549 pesos and 24 centavos. Submitted.
If applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement or duly notarized statements from all potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful.
Joint venture agreement not applicable. Considering that LServe Corporation submitted all the documents necessary, considering the pass and fail criterion for the opening of bids, the submission of LServe Corporation is initially rated as pass. Proceeding with the opening of the financial document, sir. Again, the submission of LServe Corporation has tabbings, has initials in each and every page, and sequentially paginated. Checklist, please.
Original of duly signed and accomplished price schedules for non-technical personnel.
Price schedule for non-technical personnel. Signed, submitted.
Original of duly signed and accomplished price schedule for technical personnel.
Price schedule for technical personnel. Signed, submitted.
Original of duly signed and accomplished summary of price schedule.
Summary of
Price schedule po. Summary. Price schedule, attorney.
Summary of bid proposal of LServe Corporation signed by Mr. Joseph Angeles. Submitted.
Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form.
Bid proposal submitted by LServe Corporation in the amount of 1,388,931,138 pesos and 38 centavos with no discount. Again, the submitted bid proposal of LServe Corporation is in the amount of 1,388,930,138 pesos and 38 centavos within the ABC. With that, Mr. Chair, considering that LServe Corporation has submitted all the required documents for the pass and fail criterion and the submitted bid proposal is within the ABC, the TWG recommends for the bid evaluation of the bid submitted by our loan bidder, LServe Corporation, for the consideration of the committee.
Thank you, Attorney Irish. So we have here a recommendation for the conduct of bid evaluation. For the submitted bid, which in this case is the loan submitted bid that was opened, which is from LServe.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the recommendation is for bid evaluation. Do you have any comments or queries from the members? If there's none, let's have a motion, please. Members?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I move to adopt the recommendation of the TWG to proceed with the bid evaluation of the offer of LSERB uh, Manpower Services. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Do you have any second?
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. There being a motion duly seconded, the recommendation of TWG for the conduct of bid evaluation is hereby adopted and the motion is carried. TWG, kindly just schedule the presentation for the results of the bid evaluation as soon as possible. Time and bidders will be the bidder will be informed of the results as soon as it's presented and approved by the BAC. With that, we thank you, the bidders, for attending. We can now excuse them. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay na, Trinidad?
Yes, sir. We are clear na po.
Sige, with that, let's proceed, please. Next item will be mode of procurement for three items. First one being installation of procedure design software for airspace and flight procedure design division, amounting to 25 million pesos. ATS project. What's the recommendation here? This is recommended for regular competitive bidding.
Yes, sir. May we request our TWG from the ATS, Air Traffic Service, Sir Joma, who will present this, sir?
Thank you, Attorney Irish. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Let me share my screen for the brief presentation of the project. Nakikita na po?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is the procedure design software. Here are the documents. For the memo brief, we have the PPMP of ATS for CY 2022 under capital expenditures, procurement of property, plant and equipment, machinery and equipment, ICT equipment. RIS, requisition and issue slip, signed and approved by the OIC, Attorney Mendoza. Summary of the project, let me read. The procedure design software specializes in the design of all types of conventional and performance-based navigation, or PBN, instrument flight rules, procedures that will allow a more efficient use of Philippine airspace, route placement, fuel efficiency of aircraft, and noise abatement. Number 4, this project includes 5 sets of new workstations, complete with 5 licenses of procedure design software that will replace the aging desktops to higher specifications. Number 5, the software will aid the flight procedure designers as well as the height clearance evaluators to more efficient and effective equipment. Number 6, in the summary, with an average of 5 per day airspace clearance requests. So ito po yung mga airspace clearance natin. Like for example, ito po yung hot air
Excuse me,
balloon.
sir.
Yes,
Medyo
sir.
mahina po. Medyo mahina.
Ay, sorry.
I'm
I'm so
not sure
sorry.
kung ako lang, no?
Nako, baka mahina nga siguro. Thank you for that observation, sir. Sorry. Number. Okay, ito. Okay. Line check. How do you read now? Sorry po. Read you 5. Loud and clear na po, sir. Ma'am.
Yeah, much better.
Thank you
po,
so much.
Thank you.
Salamat. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Captain Don. So for the procedure design software, here are the documents. For the memo brief, so our reference is the project procurement management plan of ATS for CY 2022 under capital expenditures, procurement of property, plant and equipment, machinery and
Hello.
equipment. Yes, sir. ICT equipment.
Yes, ma'am.
For the requisition and issue slip, RIS, signed and approved by OIC of Supply Division, Attorney Mark Nestor T. Mendoza. For the summary, number 3, the procedure design software specializes in the design of all types of conventional and performance-based navigation, or PBN, instrument flight rules, procedures that will allow a more efficient use of Philippine airspace, route placement, fuel efficiency of aircraft, and noise abatement. So this project includes 5 sets of new workstations, complete with 5 licenses of procedure design software that will replace the aging desktops to higher specifications. The software will aid the flight procedure designers as well as the height clearance evaluators to more efficient and effective equipment. With an average of 5 per day airspace clearance requests and 60 per day for height clearance requests, this new innovation will significantly cut the workload of ATS personnel assigned to these tasks. The attached technical specification will form part in the Philippine bidding documents. Later, it will be discussed by our end user. So details of expenditures and purchase request amounting to 25 million pesos, signed by the Acting Chief Air Traffic Service. So here is the RIS, signed by the end user, AFPDD Chief, Ms. Reb Carobias. Recommend approval by the Acting Department Manager, Ms. Jessica Hamero, and signed by the OIC Supply Division, Attorney Mendoza. For the CBA, we have the installation of procedure design software for airspace and flight procedure design division amounting to 25 million pesos, certified by Chief Budget Division, Ms. Rosario Vinalugon, and noted by Jocelyn Ching, Chief Finance Department. Then here's our purchase request, requested by the Acting Department Chief of the Air Traffic Control, Airspace Management Department. Recommend approval, Acting Chief Air Traffic Service, Ma'am Marlene Isingson. Approved by Brigadier General John L. Estabilio, Deputy Director General for Administration. So the list of expenditures, the highlights, as mentioned a while ago, the 5 licenses of procedure design software also includes the support, assistance, and troubleshooting of system issues in the use of the software during the duration of the contract, training for 6 personnel with relevant trainings on PANS Ops. So PANS Ops is the Air Traffic Control acronym, which stands for Procedures for Air Navigation Services, Aircraft Operations. PAN Ops are rules for designing instrument approach and departure procedures.
Sir Joma,
Yes,
sorry to
Attorney Irish.
interrupt, but your slides are not moving, sir.
Oh my goodness. Ano po nakikita ngayon, Attorney Iris?
Yung summary pa lang po. Yes.
Summary. Okay. How about this one?
Yes,
Details
sir.
of expenditures.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay na po.
Yes, sir. Kita na po.
Okay. Okay, for the training, so training for 6 personnel with relevant trainings for PANS Ops, no? Define natin ang PANS Ops. Ito po yung Air Traffic Control acronym, which stands for Procedures for Air Navigation Services, Aircraft Operations. PANS Ops are rules for designing instrument approach and departure procedures. Then provision and installation of computer hardware and software, 2 units of 4 terabyte NAS or the network attached storage of computer HDD, the hard drive, 1 unit of network switch, 7 licenses of latest Microsoft Office, 2 licenses of Microsoft Visio or similar software for charting, 3-year warranty for all hardware. Ito po yung example ng product ng ating procedure design software. For the Philippine bidding documents, let me share my screen. Stop presenting po muna tayo. I will proceed. For the Philippine bidding documents, supply delivery, actually including the installation of procedure design software for Airspace and Flight Procedure Design Division of Air Traffic Service.
Sir Joma?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, if I may ask, is this the termination of mode of procurement, sir, or already the pre-procurement conference, sir?
Pre-procurement conference, ma'am. Also mode. Attorney Irish, for the mode of procurement, it will
Yeah,
present
actually,
in-
can you just, sorry sir, just for
Yes,
a
sir.
point of order.
Yes, sir.
Medyo
Yes,
naguluhan
sir.
ka din ako doon. Bakit natin pinapresent thoroughly yung bidding docs? This is just for mode. I
Yes,
don't
sir.
know
Yes, sir.
when this started, this process of having to present it. I think si Jan ang nag-require.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
for as long as I can remember, mode of procurement sa atin is just a really quick discussion on what the amount involved is and the nature of the procurement for us to determine what the proper mode is. So
Yes,
this
sir.
is
Thank you.
nakalagay sa agenda natin, sir, is just mode of procurement. Let's just keep it that way po.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Para rin may order
Yeah.
tayo. So for the mode, this is just for competitive bidding.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any comments from the members? Or if there's none, let's have a motion, please. Or rather, if there's any objections. If there's no objections, then we'll adopt the recommendation for competitive bidding. Do you have any objections? Hearing
Not for
none?
me, Mr. Chair.
All right, sir. Hearing none, let this be procured under competitive bidding. Please coordinate with the secretariat for the scheduling of the next stages of the bidding process. Thank you, sir. The next item will be for the purchase request of go bags for use of CAAP employees as part of disaster resilience and emergency procurement. This is 500,000 pesos, and this is SVP.
Yes, sir.
What's the recommendation from the TWG?
Sir, we recommend to adopt the recommendation of the BCMG, sir, for the mode of procurement as SVP, sir.
Okay, because the amount is only 500,000.
Yes, sir.
Go bags isn't regular office supply, so hindi siya pwede shopping. Alright. Sige, do you have any objections from the members?
None on my part, Mr. Chair.
Alright, sir. Alright, hearing no further objections, let this recommendation be adopted. For SVP po, and you, sir, are you here? Kindly coordinate na lang with Secretariat. And lastly, for mode of procurement for 7 pieces of mid-back mesh chair. 41,650 pesos. SVP. Sino to? FS?
AFS, sir.
Mid-back mesh chair? Kaninong upuan to?
Maybe you request representative from AFS?
Wala.
Sir, maybe you request to defer this project, sir, considering that this has not yet been presented to the BAC, sir, and we are not aware of the details of this project, sir.
So the TWG cannot give the recommendation as of now because of you're saying kailangan mo muna to go through the
Yes,
documents.
sir. And
Okay.
their mode of procurement is SVP, sir, and their project is for the mess chair,
Sige.
sir. We would like to look into the details of this project, sir, before we give our recommendation.
Okay. Do you have any objections? Hearing none, let this be deferred. Ganun na lang gawin natin moving forward when it comes to mode of procurement, just to keep it short because we're not supposed to be discussing things in detail here. We're supposed to discuss that in pre-procurement, which is a separate stage altogether. Secretariat, I mean, DWG should already have a recommendation. So we'll just ask for the recommendation and we'll just maybe if there's clarifications, we'll just ask the end user to be present as well. But in general, we'll just base it solely on the items to be procured and the amount involved so we can decide. Because under the GPPB rules, yun lang naman ang tinitingnan. We're not supposed to look into the details of the project yet. Okay? Moving forward, ganun na lang, Secretariat, please, para hindi magulo.
We'll comply with that, sir. That is duly noted po.
Okay. Moving forward, do you have anything under other matters?
The TWG has several reports for other matters, sir. However, the conference room will be used for another meeting, sir. And considering that we have another meeting for tomorrow, sir, we will defer the presentation of this bid evaluations report for tomorrow, sir.
Sige, just include them in other matters for tomorrow. Okay, there being no further items in the agenda, maybe we can already adjourn the meeting. Maraming salamat po to everyone who attended. Especially our members for giving time. We'll see you again tomorrow. Maraming salamat. Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, everyone.